Almost all electrical appliances and electronics make use of resistors. Open up your computer and look at the motherboard, and you'll find all kinds of resistors dotting its surface. A resistor is a piece of material that impedes the electric current. Resistors are used to control both the voltage and the current running through a system. Without resistors, your electronics could easily burn out or overheat from too much electricity running through it. Resistors prevent that. So even though they're tiny, they serve a very useful purpose. There are many different resistors that an engineer can choose from. They are all rated by the amount of resistance each has. The bands on the resistor tell how much resistance it has. Because the resistance of a resistor depends on the material it's made out of, the formula to calculate the resistance takes that into consideration, which can be read mathematically as R equals rho times L over A. In this equation, the R stands for resistance. Rho, the Greek letter that looks like the letter P, stands for the resistivity of the material used for the resistor. The L stands for the length of the resistor, and the A stands for the area of a cross-section of the resistor. Resistance is measured in ohms. It's possible to have two same-sized resistors made of different materials with different resistances. But don't think it's just resistors that have resistance. The wires that conduct electricity themselves also have a certain amount of resistance. Anything that conducts electricity has a certain amount of resistance. Wires typically have much less resistance than a resistor that's made for the purpose of resisting electricity. You can have resistances of just a few ohms, or all the way up to millions of ohms. Here's an example of calculating the resistance of a carbon resistor that measures 0.005 meters, 5 millimeters long, with a diameter of 0.001 meters, 1 millimeter. This particular carbon resistor has a resistivity of 45 times 10 to the negative 5 ohm meter. So basically, we multiply that resistivity by 0.005 meters and divide that by pi times 0.0005 meters squared. As we can see, this carbon resistor has a resistance of approximately 2.86 ohms. Notice that the symbol for ohms is the big Greek letter omega. All circuits that conduct electricity will follow what is called Ohm's law. This law tells you how your voltage and current are related to your resistance. The R stands for resistance, the V stands for voltage, and the I stands for current. Your units are ohms for resistance, volts for voltage, and amps for current. This formula tells you that your resistance is always equal to your voltage divided by the current. You can also say that your voltage is equal to your current multiplied by your resistance, or V equals IR in equation form, with R equaling V divided by I.